Day draw. Werribee Centrals, the final score, 6 goals 11, 47. Corio, 7 goals 5, 47.
Oh,
We're back here next week, boys.
oh, there goes me week off.
Celebrating 20 years of the Werribee Centrals winning 2004 premiership side, although there were 2 grand finals for the seniors this year. Chris Gilham, who was the playing coach and senior best and fairest. Tell us about what you remember that season.
Yeah, terrific season. It was my second year at the club and my first year as coach, and we had a really good side, and we finished on top and had a bit of a, not a hiccup, but we had a drawn grand final, which is very rare. And back then the drawn grand finals were replays, so we had to come back a week later and play off against Corio again, and lucky enough second time around to have a really good win. But very special year, great bunch of people. As I said, it was my second year at the club and my first year of coaching. I was only 25 at the time, so pretty raw in that regard, but to cap it off with a premiership was a great memory.
So you make it into the, I can't remember, was it a minor premiership or top 3? Corio also makes the top 3. You beat them convincingly in round 9. Then the semi-final was an arm wrestle, and then come that first grand final, you're down by a few goals. What's going through your mind?
There was some worrying signs early on. As you said, we finished top that year. I think we went 17-1. So we were quite convincing in terms of where we finished, and we sat comfortably on top. And the first final went to plan, and we had a really strong win and had another week off. And come grand final day, and Corio really served up for us. It was shocking weather. It was really tough conditions. I think it was 5 goals or 6 goals each or something like that. It was really difficult. And at stages in that last quarter, they looked like they'd nearly done enough, and they had a really good team as well. Rico Toole, was gun play. He was coaching them, and they had a really good side. And it could have went either way, and probably a draw on that day was a fitting result. And we sort of, in draws, you think sometimes it always feels like someone's won, someone's lost, and we felt like we had won another opportunity. Because we did feel like we were probably the better team throughout the home and away season, but you've got to get it done on grand final day. And to skip away with a draw that day when I don't think we ever led, was a bit lucky. But obviously we got back to the club. Our reserves had played in the grand final that day against Corio as well. We got back to the club, and the feeling was that we didn't lose today. We've got another opportunity to go again, and lucky enough, 7 days later we were able to get the job done.
Had anyone ever been in that sort of scenario before, where there was a replay, like were there, I guess, celebrations booked that night, or do you, I guess we look at it, Collingwood and St Kilda 6 years later. On a local level, what do you remember from that evening?
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one because our reserves had played, a lot of the netball teams had played, so there was a function back here at the club, and I called a bit of a recovery session on the Sunday, which is unheard of back then, but we obviously knew that we had to get going again. But we did come back, had a few beers as a group, bit of a debrief, and then the next morning we got ourselves to the local pool down here and started a bit of recovery. And the boys were really upbeat. It wasn't like opportunity lost, it was an opportunity we had to go again as well. So pretty upbeat about it. As I said, we finished on top that year. We had some good wins against Corio. They were fantastic on that grand final day. As I said, we may have been a touch lucky to get out of it, escape with a draw. But it was excitement that we got another crack at it, and we could have a chance to win it. So a bit of a weird feeling. I've actually been through it before, which is a bit rare in under-16s in juniors at Werribee Districts. Drew a grand final and come back the week later, and we actually lost that day. So very rare, but good memories and a good way to finish in the end.
Yep. Just the specifics of the replay now. We look at that drawn grand final, and we go into that week thinking maybe 10 goals will win it for you the following week.
Yeah.
You kicked 10 goals 1 to 1 goal 2 in the first quarter. It must have been a pretty good pre-game speech.
I'm not sure about that, but we rocked up at St Albans, obviously the week later. It was played on Sunday, but the GFL granny was on the Saturday, and it was beautiful weather. Ground was in great nick, recovered perfectly, and just perfect playing conditions. And you can never dream of kicking 10 goals, as you said. If we had kicked 10 or 12 that day, we would have thought that maybe that would be enough to win, but to blow it out in the water the first quarter, we put together an unbelievable 30 minutes, had 11 opportunities, took 10. It was an amazing first quarter, and it was just about game over at quarter time. So you never know in football, but to kick 10 straight up and be in a commanding position, was a lot of relief in terms of from the coaching point of view, and yeah, just a great day to be a part of.
You're looking forward to seeing your past players
Yeah.
later this month.
Yeah, that's correct. The club was, I'm still coaching. I'm coaching Werribee Districts in the Western Region League, and the club, when I organised this at the start of the year, they said, "Oh, what days you got off, or when we've got a comp by, and we've got a comp by this week." So the club was, so happy for that, and they did that for me, so I could be involved in the celebrations. And yeah, some of my best mates played in that team. A lot of guys I still see around town in Werribee and have a lot to deal with, and their kids are playing at Werribee District here, so I see quite a lot of them a little bit. But yeah, to come down, watch the current side go around, and celebrate that great day 20 years ago would be brilliant.
Yeah. So you're a senior premiership coach at this proud club. Years down the track, could you see yourself coming back coaching another one?
I don't know. You never say never. Yeah, very happy where I am coaching Werribee Districts, and my kids play there, and I played my juniors there and been there quite a long time. And yeah, but you never know what your football future holds. They're in very good hands at the moment with Reece Prismal, and they're going really well this year. And hopefully, 20 years on from our grand final, they can get the job done again this year, because they're definitely positioning themselves with a great chance.
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bill Brebner representing Buckley's gives the Premiership Cup to Chris Gilham and Jason Mastuka.